intro. Here we
Welcome
go.
to the, what's it called? The Hat Chat?
No,
the
that's
Chatbox.
Chatbox.
Welcome
podcast.
to the Chatbox podcast with
Me and you.
and me and you.
And you and me. So
Right, it's been a while.
It's been a long while, and I think the main reason that we're doing this now is because
Surprise!
100 subscribers, and we're going to get into that a little bit later on.
We will get into that, but for right now, it's promo all the way through, non-stop.
That's just it. We're just going to talk about the video that I've been working on.
It's been a slug. We're nearly there. It's great.
Yeah, we need to get it finished, but we will eventually get it finished. Just not yet.
Not yet. At some point.
Yeah, I need to do. Thinking about it, I've done an intro. I've basically used.
You used a stock introduction. It looks great though.
It looks really good, and the music is great as well.
The music is really good.
That's just Kevin McLeod.
Because that's his name, isn't it? All free.
Yeah.
The editing process, which you didn't do, that I did.
You did like 90% of it, and
90% of the editing. You just threw some bits in. We've got a lot to fix, not to come yet, but it will come out soon, hopefully.
So I have got an issue with it where the video for some reason just keeps like doing this really weird thing.
The video tearing.
Yeah, and so I think I'm just.
It's the render.
I can't. No, it's not.
No technical gargle on here, but you rendered it wrong, and
Did I?
I know how. Yeah, but that's another issue for another day. Today on the podcast, I had the idea of bringing up
doing some topics.
There was a few topics and just see where it takes us.
Yeah.
I have a really interesting topic. I think you're really going to like. Yeah. I'll go straight into it.
Is it something that I'll actually know about?
No, it really won't be. Maybe if you do, then if anything, I'm more impressed.
Really impressive. Yeah.
So this is something like out of a fiction novel. It's like a legendary quest at the end of the game.
Sure.
Okay, so it's about the Sword of. I'm going to murder the pronunciation.
Go on.
The Sword of Gaushan.
Can I have a look?
No, because I'm going to read it to you. And You're going to learn. And you're going to learn some more.
I'll
the Sword of
listen.
Gaushan.
Get close to the microphone while you do this.
Of course. Yeah.
Like this.
That's not going in. The Sword of Gaushan. Basically, like I said, legendary quest. This is shit that you only hear about in fiction novels. Essentially, okay, here we go. This is me reading a thing now. So, but in 1965, I am going to paraphrase. I don't want to spoil it.
Just like read it.
There's some bits I want to leave to the end.
Read it in your head now.
I've done.
You've done
my research.
You've done your research.
I'm preprepared.
I haven't
for the
done any
podcast.
research.
You've done zero podcast.
I hope
you were
would
hoping
have
that I
done
would waffle for hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Essentially, right, 1965, archaeologists working in China in the Hubei province, they made an amazing discovery: a tomb dating back. I'm not going to spoil the date, but basically it was a long time. Essentially, they found a tomb under a river. Broke into it. They found a sarcophagus. Broke into that. Fully preserved corpse.
Is it? It's not esophagus. That's your throat, isn't it?
Sarcophagus. Esophagus is the throat. Yeah. What did I not say?
Yeah, you did. Yeah,
okay.
You did. Yeah.
So they found a sarcophagus.
Yeah.
Not a throat, but a grave.
Yeah.
In a grave under the river in the Hubei province of China.
Right.
Basically, they broke in and they found a sword in a wooden scabbard.
What's that? What's a scabbard?
A scabbard is the sheath of the bit that goes over the blade. Right. So the cover.
Okay.
Phones on silent, please. Yep. Put that on no disturb. Yep. So they found a sword with a wooden scabbard, essentially, and they cracked it open.
Right.
And the wood had perfectly preserved this sword to the point where it was not just shiny, not just. It looked fresh out of the packet, and it was so sharp.
It's plastic box, is it?
Pretty much, yeah. It essentially was bought from Walmart.
Was it like one of those things where when you get it out of the box, you have to take all the cable ties off?
Yeah, it had a disclaimer and all the weird little.
And even your best scissors can't open the plastic because it's really thick.
Your hands are physically incapable of opening it. There's never been a person alive that can open it.
You may as well get to open it. You have to employ somebody with an ankle grinder.
Yeah, you have to give someone an hourly wage to open toys from Walmart. They opened this sword up. They opened this sword up, and it was immaculate. It was pristine.
That's good.
A full blown, and it wasn't just a silver blade. It was gold and ebony and immaculate, and it was this amazing bit of sword. And they were like, "Wow, this must be
a full sword."
Relatively recently, in terms of
history, thousands of years.
In terms of history, it should be pretty known. They did a bit of research, and it belonged to a king of China there was writing on it that was the predated version of Mandarin. So it was the bit of Mandarin. It was called something else, but it was basically the Mandarin language before it had been, brought into prominence. Before it was, so they found out it belonged to a king.
What's the name of the king? Do you know?
I'm going to find out the name of the king. King Gaushan, the name of that. There it is.
The place where
he led the kingdom to victory at one of the last major wars of the period, which again they discovered due to
the sword with some writing on.
Yeah, they did some science. They found out the sword was over 2,000 years old.
That's
really early Eastern China. Yeah. Essentially, that sword is older than any Roman shit you've ever seen before. Matched most of the Greek stuff. It really dates back, and they found it just under a river in some
just
wooden.
chilling.
Yeah, and it was fine.
Under the river.
And I'll show you a photo of the sword now.
Okay.
And they pulled it out, and it was still so sharp.
This is really great for people who are just listening.
Just listening.
They
No idea.
Don't have any idea.
No, they can't see it. Maybe we'll put something
on screen.
There.
Now. It's there.
5 times. All the way across the screen. So this golden immaculate blade. Look at that.
Is it actually solid gold?
I don't know the material. It's probably on this document somewhere, but we're going to paraphrase and not worry about that.
Right.
It dates back to somewhere between 722 and 479 BC. So it could date back to really, really long time ago. It was a time where the kingdoms were split between feuding kingdoms, so China was still, lots of different little kingdoms feuding with each other. Feudal China, as some people will call it. The tomb was dating back...
As everybody calls it.
As everybody... it's common knowledge, it dates back to somewhere between 2,000 years. The find was so old it reached back to an almost mythical time in Chinese history.
Mythical?
To the point, there was stories dating to that time.
Ah, right, okay.
Essentially...
As opposed to non-mythical.
Yeah, no. Where is that definition split though? How long does it need to be to become a story?
A myth. Well, it needs to be fake.
It needs to be fake though. There's dragons and shit. But
what if dragons were real? That's a real question.
That is a weighted subject. If dragons maybe were real.
Nah, I don't think so. Anyway, let's carry on.
We're going to swiftly move past that. Yeah, essentially, when they pulled it out of the sheath, it was so sharp still that it cut one of the archaeologists.
Wow! When
draw blood. When
I pull my sword out, it's usually quite sharp, and it cuts archaeologists in the area.
You might need to do something about that. I don't think you can just live your life with a
cutting
overly
people
sharp.
up.
Yeah. So yeah, basically, yeah.
I'm actually banned from hospitals
because of your sharp thing.
Sword.
Your sword, only a sword.
Don't know why I'm banned from hospitals.
The scabbard was airtight. When they pulled it out, the metal was non-corroded. The blade was still sharp, even though it had been there for 2 millennia. Hadn't rusted at all. I don't know why I thought this was an interesting topic.
No,
it came up the other day on the internet.
It is an interesting topic. I think it's. History is one of those things that I know nothing about because I wasn't there.
Same.
No, joke. It's obviously really what's that word?
Go on. You're nearly there.
Archaeology is the one thing, but then what's the
archaeological? You can't do it, can you? Basically, the question is,
it's very interesting for those people. It's very interesting for archaeologists, and it tells us a lot about the past. And I think it's really good to learn about the past and learn about where people came from, and what they did in the past, and how the past, was. That's such a vague way of saying history's cool. We went to a museum actually.
We did recently, didn't we?
No, you didn't. You weren't there.
Oh, I wasn't there. So when you say we, I'm not part of it.
No. And it was really interesting, and I think for those archaeologists as well, digging things up and actually touching something that hasn't been touched for 2,000 years, it's like a...
It's bananas. It literally feels like a legendary quest. These people stumbled into a cave under a lake, and there was just a gold sword that hasn't eroded over 2,000 years.
I wonder if it was like... This is the thing that gets me though, is it's like, okay, great, so you've made this gold sword out of ebony and all this kind of stuff, but was that really the best thing to make a sword out of? Or Was
I mean,
there, like,
you heard the story of Tutankhamun's blade, haven't you?
No.
It all comes about. You haven't? Oh,
No.
so when they discovered Tutankhamun's grave
Yeah.
under the, I don't want to say under the pyramids, I might be wrong, and I'm not a historian because I wasn't there. Essentially, Tutankhamun had a sword that scientists didn't know the metal of. They didn't know what it was made out of.
Uh-huh.
And after a lot of scientific kind of study in that, it realised that it was actually star metal. It was metal that they found in a meteorite.
That's cool.
So he had a knife that was made out of metal they found in a meteorite.
Is that useful though?
I don't know. I think it was just money. Imagine the Egyptian Empire went on for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
So they're probably able
thousands
to
of
do quite a
years,
lot. So
Yeah.
if you're literally the richest person in the world,
at the time.
and you can flex that, and you're like, oh, my sword's made out of something that you
It's
can't
weird.
have.
Why don't the richest people in the world make?
If I was Jeff Bezos,
Would you make a really big metal?
you would.
gold
Wouldn't that,
sword?
isn't that just kind of the standard?
How much is a brick of metal? Like
Just general.
one of those
like an
one of
ingot.
those things, ingots of metal.
I think they just come standard. That's how you make them into. But if I was Jeff Bezos, I would have a solid gold sword the
Would you?
size of my living room.
Would you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
I would, if I was Jeff Bezos, right?
The bees.
The bees. How funny would it be if Jeff Bezos announced one day, right? So I am branching out into making mythical weaponry because I have a lot
Because
of
I can
money.
afford money. I'm going to buy all these materials that you don't know exist. I'm going to go to the space. I'm going to go out into space.
I'm going to make a space forge on the moon.
I'm going to have a forge on the moon that makes space metal, and you can't have any of it 'cause it's all mine. Because I'm a billionaire.
I'm going to do what I want because
I can.
Because I can. And then everyone will be like, oh no, you could solve world hunger. And he'll be like, yeah, but
I want a scythe made out of moon metal.
it's my money, not your money.
And so I'm going to the moon, and you can be sad. I do have another one.
Yeah. It's just,
This one might be
I like this. It's
a lot more topic.
It's like historical story time.
This isn't historic. This is something that might just produce some conversation. So
I mean, that one did.
China. So this is 2018.
Another one in China.
China launched
If you've
weather
ever-
control machine
Right.
the size of Alaska into
Yeah.
space. And what it was, it
Can
was
I just stop you?
No, yeah.
If you did you just Google
China
news about
Things in China.
China?
I just honestly the sword thing I found out, but then I just typed in
News about China.
yeah, pretty much.
Current affairs China.
Not quite current affairs, just in China
2018.
generally.
There's that one place in China that what was it? It was you're not the Forbidden City or something like that. You can't go in if you're a tourist. I'll Google it now.
Yeah, please Google it because I don't want to step on any toes, and that seems quite a thing.
Forbidden Love? No, that's a game show.
That's not it.
Forbidden City. There we
Terribly.
go. So Forbidden City, Wikipedia.
Oh, it's an imperial palace.
Yeah. So there's a place complex in the centre of the imperial city of
The
Beijing.
Dongcheng, that's not Dongcheng district in Beijing, at the centre of the imperial city of Beijing. It's surrounded by numerous opulent imperial gardens and temples, including the 22-hectare, which is 54-acre. Wow. Basically, it's just a palace with a big-ass garden, is what they're saying.
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out why it's called the Forbidden City.
Probably due to the
Why is it called the
imperial nature of it.
The Forbidden City is the English equivalent of what? Is the English Chinese Ring meaning forbidden.
Please be careful with the pronunciation there. Reference to the fact that no one could enter or leave the city without the emperor's permission. So it was down to the imperial nature of it.
So there you go.
There you are. We learnt something new. The imperial nature. It was just and that Forbidden City Kids Grove in Manchester, next to the Home Bargains, is a takeaway delivery service. Should you ever need, I guess, Chinese food and okay.
Forbidden City, is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Yeah, it is. Actually.
It's like, yeah.
It is. So if
you're fancying a bit of Chinese food at the sake of.
That's a good question. What do you get from takeaway? Chinese takeaway. What do you get?
Chinese takeaway.
What would you order now? If I said right, we're going to order a Chinese takeaway, what would you get? I'm not going.
Right now, I'm in a beef chow mein kind of state of mind. Yeah. I always get chicken balls. I always get chicken balls. You know, the I don't know why, because they're terrible.
They're like big chick. Well, yeah, but we're getting a Chinese takeaway. We're not trying to be healthy.
No, that's like the antithesis of healthy. It's like, let's get some chicken balls and get loads of food in us and then fall asleep.
Yeah,
that's what Chinese food is.
We're gonna stick a movie on, eat Chinese, and then inevitably fall asleep because of it. Go on,
I can't get prawn crackers. I have to buy more prawn crackers because my girlfriend eats literally all of them at once. She will get Chinese food purely to eat prawn crackers. That is it.
Yeah. But you know what I like doing? I like making a Chinese food prawn cracker sandwich. So what I'll do is I'll get my prawn cracker, you know, like a concave one. And then
fill it with food and
then put another on top of that and then eat that. That's good.
It's always a good move.
Or I'll get that and then dip that in some sweet and sour sauce.
The more layers to the pre-bite, the better.
Yeah, and it's also like fun being creative with your food.
It's always fun. I like putting things in wraps.
Yeah, well, wraps are really good. They're versatile. You can either make a wrap like a sandwich, which is not a sandwich, or you can make a burrito.
I think it is a sandwich.
Do you think?
Where's it start? Bread, fillings bread, right?
Bread meets bread.
Bread meets bread.
Go on, we're going on topic.
We are massively...
No. What's your Chinese takeaway order?
Oh, the Chinese takeaway order. Like I said, at the moment it's beef chow mein. With some chicken balls on the side. And a bit of rice. Egg fried rice.
But what's your side, though?
Chicken balls.
Chicken balls is your side?
I have my meal and then I have chicken balls for afterwards.
What rice are you going to get?
Egg fried.
Right, chicken balls for after?
Yeah, I literally. No, we have them because they're good to eat when they're cold. You can just...
This is true.
It's just, pastry chicken.
I'm gonna go all out.
Don't reheat it, though. That's a death wish.
Yeah, I'm gonna go all out. So I'm gonna get some ribs for starters.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get some ribs for starters.
Ribs.
And then I'm gonna get chicken soup.
Oh no, you're right. The chicken sweet corn soup. That's my favourite thing on the planet.
Yeah,
I love that stuff.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you're right. You're totally right.
And then if you're sharing with somebody, you get duck pancakes.
Oh.
And you can share the duck pancakes between you.
You are right.
Yeah.
You are.
I am.
Right.
It's just fact.
You're correct.
Yeah, that's what you get.
Correct.
That's what you get for your starter.
Oh, that's starters. We're not
even.
Okay, let's carry on. You're still going.
And then for my main, it's a special fried rice because it's just amazing.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. Egg fried. Yeah, no, you're right.
Special fried rice in itself is a meal. So then, what you do then is
everything's a meal.
And then you put another meal on top of that.
That's what Chinese food is. You literally get as many meals as you can and don't eat half of it.
And then
you order loads of food, eat half of it.
Yeah, but it's great the
forget
next
about the
day.
rest.
It's like cold pizza. I like cold pizza.
Cold pizza is A tier.
I like it.
We had pizza the other day. I didn't realise I could order it to where we live in Swinton.
Of course you can.
No. You can't
Don't
order.
dox us.
I'm not going to say just where we live. Generally, that's anywhere in the world.
Yeah, you definitely can. You can get pizza.
No, but it's via a service, not via the Pizza Hut website. Anyway, we got pizza. It was really nice.
Yeah, good. I quite like pizza Hut.
Swiftly moving on.
No. Let me just finish my order because I've not finished.
Oh, you're still going?
Oh yeah. I thought that was my starter, and then you were shocked by it, and then this is.
Oh, we're still going. Okay.
So then I get crispy shredded beef, okay sauce.
Just okay. Why not call it like
amazing,
fantastic
great
sauce?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Fantastic sauce, and then that's it. That's what I get.
Oh. So you didn't have that much more to add?
No, but then the thing is, if I'm going all out, and that's when I'm not like dieting, I might have like a chocolate bar or a bit of cake.
You got to have a little bit of sweetness, haven't you? I often like a drink with my Chinese food.
Ooh, good drink, good pint of.
A good pint. Same with Indian food.
Something like that.
A nice beer.
The thing is, with Indian food, you've got to have a beer.
You can't eat.
You got to have a beer.
I nearly said, what do you want? No, we're not going to tangent through every single takeaway option you can get.
What do you order from a takeaway?
No, we're not going to do it.
Order from all your takeaways?
We're not going to do it. No,
go on, carry on with your topic.
Okay, my topic is... So China is launching weather control machines...
In 2018.
It's the size of Alaska.
Right.
This was in 2018.
This is in 2018.
Basically, they were rain manipulation inducing machines across the Tibetan plateau to increase rainfall across the region.
That's alright.
We'll go into the kind of what comes out of that because Jesus, think of the repercussions.
Well,
but,
just to stop you. So you know when
just to
stop you there, just to interrupt your little speech there and go completely off topic again. When NASA launches a rocket into space, as they do,
that's their thing.
Yeah. later on, it creates rain.
Yeah.
From the rocket.
Well,
fumes.
this is part of it. So
just launch loads of rockets into space.
no, that is essentially what it is. It's essentially
just a big fat
big machine that plunges the right minerals into the air. So these machines will produce very fine silver iodide particles that are then lifted into the atmosphere with the winds, and they cause rain. The idea was the Tibetan Plateau has got lots of grassland, lots of cattle. You know, it's like the area where all that kind of thing happens, and they didn't have a lot of rainfall for a while, and it was really taking a plunge on the government, and they really needed to take part in it. So what they did, instead of just doing what most countries do, they just we'll just make rain.
I mean, it's not that hard.
We'll just tickle the clouds and make it rain. It's what they did. They just plunged the right amount of stuff into the clouds, and it just rained. But if that goes a bit further, what if weather control devices exist? Let's live in that world momentarily.
We'll do the realms of like, this is what actually exists right now, which is just making a bit of rain, because that's possible. We know that's possible.
Yeah,
because we fire rockets into space and make rain.
But then we'll go right off the deep end.
But we'll go to the other side of it, which is like, what if you could make lightning?
What if you could
then you just named Thor, aren't you?
What if you could fill a desert with grassland via manipulation? These things are...
Well, that's called terraforming.
Well, yeah, and I think that is the bedstone of what's happened there. What they've done is manipulate something natural.
Yeah, I mean, so have you heard of the? I think it's the.
Isn't that just a bit mind blowing?
Yeah, it's
China was just.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll just
make some rain.
Make rain because for China now we've got money.
I think
another China again. We're just gonna.
I think
this is a Chinese episode sponsored by the Chinese government. It's not
sponsored by Forbidden
City in Manchester on Stoke. It's not.
No, I don't think it's that mind blowing just to create rain, because rain's fairly easy to make. You can imagine how to make rain.
Well,
right?
yeah.
You'd like we discussed. So, I think it's more difficult to do stuff like full on, instead of it being a desert, being something else. The issue is if someone goes, what if we just make the desert into a tropical rainforest? That's not how it works. The desert's there for a reason.
The desert is there. You can't just manipulate things like that, because then there's a backfire in every single.
But so there's something called the Cardiff something scale. Basically, I can't pronounce it, but basically what it is it's types of civilizations. So it goes from like type 0.
Oh, this is the things that go around the sun, isn't it? I know exactly what you're talking about.
Type 2 diabetes.
Oh, that's
types.
Call it a type 1 civilization.
Oh,
that's what it is.
Civilizations.
The Kardashev scale.
Yeah.
So the end game is that we would be able to harness energy directly from the sun.
There he is.
He is.
That's Carl Sagan.
Oh, that's just Carl Sagan. Yeah, just obviously anything science related, just put his face on. Why not? So have a look at. So there we go.
Where is it?
This is the list: Type 1, 2, and 3 civilizations.
Okay.
And this is where you're making the Dyson sphere. Yeah, the Dyson
spheres.
Yeah.
So it's like.
God, could you imagine? It's basically just taking all the energy from the sun to power a civilization.
But I think we're something stupid like type 0.
Yeah, we're not even on the scale yet.
We've not. Energy equivalent type implies a conversion about 2 kilograms of matter of energy per second.
Yeah, so it's large scale fusion power. So that's nowhere near what we're doing at the minute.
On the same vein as that, though, do you know if we covered something like 30%? I think it might be even less than that.
You watched Ren's video, didn't you?
No.
You're going to talk about solar panels.
No, yeah, it's 30. Well, I did watch that, but this is not from that. So 30% of the Sahara Desert, it might be even less than that. I think it's about like even 3%. A small amount of the Sahara Desert, you just cover that with solar panels. You can power the entire Earth.
We're not scientists. This is not all factually correct.
No.
We
Google it for yourself.
You Google it. You find out what you want to know.
You get to do a bit of homework.
We're just waffling. We could lie to you.
You've got to come here and do homework, because I've not done any research.
No, neither have I. We're just waffling.
I didn't know we were going to talk about this.
Neither did I.
Yeah, but there you go. So basically, you type 1. I think, like you said, but like, where is it? Like,
going to the breakdown. So type 1 is large scale application of fusion power. Antimatter in large quantities would provide mechanism power.
But this
Renewable energy is used throughout.
hydrogen to helium per second a rate roughly
This is
around-
basically the next step of where we're going.
Yeah.
So at the minute, we're
Cubic-
still using burnable energy in
Fossil
a very low
fuels.
fossil fuels, everything like that. This is
But
the
then-
next step. So
then
this
there's
is
then there's the thing antimatter.
yeah.
I think it's this. I think
You lost me there.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
And then it just goes into read the Type 3 civilization.
Type 3 civilizations. So it was skip type. No, wait. Yeah,
Type 2 is where it all goes a bit mental,
Yeah,
and then Type
yeah.
3 is might be able to tap into the energy released from a supermassive black hole. Right. So what we're doing at that point is we're taking a big solar panel, and putting it in space, and a black hole is powering the Earth. Okay.
I think the way that you split it down is Type 1 can control everything about their planet and all the weather and everything like that. Type 2 can control the solar system, and
multiplanetary.
It's multiplanetary.
Star lifting is the process where an advanced civilization could remove could have just removed stars matter and it called. So basically, you carve a bit of the sun off. That's what they're saying in Type 2.
Get a big old knife.
And just again, antimatter, which is just not a thing that we know of that exists yet. Jesus Christ, the levels to this. The guy that really thought this up must have just been either the most optimistic or the most fucking stoned person in the world.
Oh, bro.
Bro, imagine if we put a ring around the sun that powered the Earth.
Imagine if we could carve bits off the sun. Bro.
Interjection.
Go on.
Real quick interjection. Going off the... I think the last episode we did, there was all space and aliens and stuff. So we'll try and move on from that.
Gosh, yeah, go on. You had a thing.
I didn't know we went through the thing.
What was it?
I've got...
It was literally that.
That. We were waffled and now it's October. Ooh.
Spooky, scary.
It's spooky, scary time. And what we're doing, we're watching a horror movie every day. So I would like to interject and just talk about... Have you seen Squid Game?
Yeah, I think it's all right.
What do you think of Squid Game?
I think it's really good. I think I think that it's blowing a lot of people's minds because it just reminds me of anime.
That's the thing. A lot of people have been complaining because it basically directly ripped off an anime. I don't know the anime, but it basically directly ripped off. But again, like, anime's covered everything.
Right. The thing that I'll say about ripping off is like, it's like.
I won't name names, but a certain Swedish man with a large following said it was ripped off an anime.
Right. So basically, let's
not
think
that he's going to come after us.
Let's think about it this way, right? So you have a thought, yeah, and you think it's an original thought that nobody's thought of before, yeah, and then you go away and you pitch that to Netflix, and then you pitch that to Netflix.
Yes.
Do you want a bottle opener?
Oh well, yeah. I was going to try and slyly open a drink, but I guess I can just. I'm drinking.
Yeah, I'm not allowed.
You are allowed. You can cut it out if you like. I'm getting your beer.
You just don't open it. Just leave it there, and I can smell it. I can smell it.
Don't open it. Well, that's that now.
Yeah. So you take You take your original idea, let's say it's a drama about a family, and somebody gets killed, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's random.
Somebody.
Randomly, that inevitably is going to be an idea that somebody else has probably had. There's 7.5 billion people on it. Right?
Rising. Nearly 8 now, I think.
It's probably
in fact,
almost 8.
I'd quite like to know
how many
where
people?
we're at the minute.
You just need
if you want to.
Yeah.
Current world population. Like really shouting at Google. How many people are on the Earth at the minute?
7.753 billion. So there's a lot of people.
There's too many people.
Don't say that.
Wait, no, that's a different conversation.
Long and short of it is there's a lot of people, right?
People.
And so
lots
you
and lots of people.
look at that. It's just a linear graph.
Obviously. I mean, COVID should have...
19...
That's just a scale from the 1990s.
1960, that's 1960.
I'd like to see that. In fact, no, we're going to go on to virus talk.
No, and so you think it's an original idea, and you think, that's an original idea, but then somebody else has inevitably had that idea.
Yeah.
And so, it's ripped off this other guy's idea that nobody's heard of and nobody's seen it, but I've heard of it and I know all about it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, mate, well done, but this is big and this is massive, and it's not ripped off that idea.
It's a good show.
It's just run with an idea that is very similar to something else. Take music, for example. You like there are so many songs that sound really, really similar that in music lore there's like people who literally, I think they you can like be like, oh, there's just one song that has this one riff in, and if it's so similar, like 10% similar to another riff that's come out recently, that it's copyrighted by somebody else, which is bollocks.
It is bollocks.
Most pop songs you can basically fit into 4 chords.
Yeah, you can.
And so
most
like,
songs are all in the same kind of archaeology.
We're all human, and we all roughly have the same brain.
Mad, isn't that crazy? Isn't that bizarre?
So you're inevitably probably going to have a similar thought to somebody else.
Yeah, and Squid Game is. I liked it. Did you watch it with sub or dub?
We watched it dubbed.
So did we. I'm not a fan.
We watched it dubbed.
I used to watch anime when I was younger, and I would watch that subbed. But I watched this dubbed so that I didn't have to pay attention 100% of the time.
At the end of the day, I'm lazy and I
want to look away from the screen.
And I want to look away from the screen and still be able to hear what the characters are saying.
What's beautiful is, though, this is... So as Parasite...
Although I will say is the dubbed acting was absolutely...
I know, but that made it...
dog shit.
It was hilarious.
Oh my gosh, I want to go home, please. I am really scared and I would like to go home, thank you.
But then the subtitles would be completely different. And...
I'm terrified, please, I need to go. I've got kids at home.
They could have done a better job with that, but I don't know if they expected such a...
The subtitles were roughly the same. But I think the difference that you get from subbed and dubbed is that the actor's voice, you can hear, because as a human we can all empathise, and so you can hear the fear and the the acting in their voice, and that's gives you a bit more of an idea, and you can relate easier to the situation. Obviously, it's not a situation that any of us.
No, hopefully. I mean, who knows? There might be some rings out there that specialise in kid game murder. I don't know if that exists.
So that's the thing. So it's just like, I think that's the reason that you would watch it.
Yeah. If it was an English-based thing, what games do you think would be part of Squid Game? If
British
it was
Bulldog.
English? That'd be rough, wouldn't it? That would be really rough if that was made into it.
British Bulldog.
I'm thinking Rounders.
Tanarse.
Just Rounders. Tanarse. I don't think that's a game that many people played. Tanarse is, for those who are watching, if anyone's listening, it's part of any kind of football game that you might have played in your local football area. The caged off areas, the caged off football areas. Essentially, you might lose, you might get a ball kicked at your arse. It's not Tanarse. We're not playing weird slap bum time.
Slap bum time.
No,
it is basically it's football slap bum time.
It's you lose and you get your arse pelted with a football.
Yeah.
What else might have been?
Rounders would be hilarious.
Rounders would be hilarious, wouldn't it?
Baseball is just Rounders, but with a fancy name.
Well, I'd like to know what came first. Rounders or baseball?
Rounders.
Definitely, because it's British.
We're older than them.
Yeah. What else might? Can the in-air audience think of any kids games that you might have played as a youngster? Duck Duck Goose. Duck Duck Goose is a really good one.
But then we have to think of how
they would die.
How you would die.
Well, you got to Duck Duck Goose. Basically, you go around a circle.
Deuce.
Duck Duck Goose. If you tag Goose, I'm sure if you then get tagged and can't tag them back, you just get shot in the face, because that's a reasonable thing, isn't it?
That one game with the cookies thing. What was that all about?
It's a Korean game.
Is it actually?
Yeah, no, it is. It's basically honeycomb. Mm-hmm. So they cook honeycomb.
Is it actually honeycomb, or is it just?
No, it's like a mixture of sugar and some other stuff. But it's the honey. It's the So the beauty of it is
what you might get.
The mixture is it creates such a fragmented, weird
structure.
Yeah, the structure of it's so weird that it can snap in any direction at any point.
Okay.
So you could put the wrong bit of pressure on, and instead of it just reasonably snapping, it'd go completely mad and fracture everything.
Right.
So the beauty of it is that that's the exact game they would play.
Mm.
make a shape, try and cut it out, try not to snap it. I don't think I'd bode very well. I've got no patience. I feel like I've got big clumsy
fingers.
Hold your tongue, sir. No, I don't think I'd do very well with that one. Honestly, I think you would. I think given a life or death situation, you'd try very hard. Well, I'd try very hard. The glass one, I feel like everyone there could have passed. But then again, would you want everyone to live? You don't want everyone to live. Otherwise you at the time, win. I this really hurts. This. Your cat clawed you. Yeah. Bit of context to that comment. He got clawed by his own cat because he locked him in. Yeah. I didn't want to let him out because my girlfriend was coming over, and I wanted them to see. So he got maliciously clawed. Yeah. To death. I'm dead. Ooh, spooky. It's October, everybody. Ooh. Get your pumpkins. Spooky, scary pumpkins. It's not that scary, that's an American thing. There's one. It's not a pumpkin, it's an orange too. Is it an orange? It's definitely, no, it's tangerine. Definitely not an orange. What was I going to say? I'd just eat it. Eat what? The glass? Wait, are we talking about a different... No, the cookie. The cookie. No, the glass thing. So I googled it, right? And they fucked it up. So, you know tempered glass? When you make tempered glass, the edges are sharp and not rounded. And so you can tell. Because of the way that the glass is made. What was the biggest thing that they could have realised? But then again... I've got to go for it. That's what a big old pile of shoes. 3 massive shoes at it. A massive pile of shoes. Just wacky shoes. Oh, that's not it. That must be it. Yeah. Because that one's smashed because I threw a shoe at it. And then everyone would be like, "Oh, shoot me in the head," because they're not losing. This is the thing. We don't know watching the show what they could have done. They could have walked across the middle barrier, but they might have just been shot dead. That middle barrier thing, yeah. That's the thing, isn't it? At the time, do you risk it? Do you risk it for a biscuit? Honeycomb biscuit? Do you risk it? That should be the catch line of the entire programme. Do you risk it for a honeycomb biscuit? Would you risk it? Would you, in that financial situation, you're dead broke and some man comes at you with a kids game? In England, it would probably be like, Yu-Gi-Oh! But can you imagine somebody being like, right, I'm going to slap you? In any country, going to some bloke and being like, right, if I win, I get to slap you in the face. But have you ever been 4 billion won in debt? Yeah. We had to Google every 20 minutes how much a £1 to a £1 was. Yeah. Just to make sure. It turns out the overall prize was only like, 30 million? Which again, it's a lot of money, but lots of people died. Yeah, for 30 million, eh? I get it, but like, Jesus. But it's like billions in the one, isn't it? The worst again, it's just like, how does that in the country? This is what I'm interested in. I'm probably gonna make loads of people upset now. Is that loads of people? 5 viewers. Is that still? Well, is a billion there? Yeah, is that what you're getting at? Yeah. Or do you go to the shops and you're like, I'll have this chocolate bar, and someone goes, all right, that's 20. No, I get it. 20 quid. I understand, and this is not something I know either, and I don't know if it's a conversation we could have because I don't know either. Yeah. But it's a really good point. Like, I know nothing about is $1 billion finance. A lot. Well, it is, but I mean, it is, but it's not. But it's like when you go to America, you don't have more money. Things just cost more. Well, America's lots of tax. We went to Vegas, didn't we? Since the last. Before that. Yeah, but so the Vegas thing was just tax. It just blew my mind how they'd be like, "This is the price," and then here's the tax. 20%. Just put it on. Yeah. I don't want to do math in a shop. Maths in a shop. I didn't like it. Threw me off. Yeah, and then someone goes, right, well, yeah, you've got to tip your waiter or your waitress. You have to, otherwise they won't get paid. They won't get just pay them. Just give them a wage. When I was underage in America, when I wanted a drink. By underage, you mean under 21, right? Under 21. You didn't fly to America on your own when 16. I was 18. Yeah, I was 18. And it was second year of university. Do you remember? You're like 19, 20, weren't you? Regardless. I was under 21. Yeah. I was over 18. But under 21. And I went to the restaurant and I said, can I have a drink of
can I have a drink? And she was like, yeah, what do you want? And then she was like, oh, have you got any idea? And I was like, yeah, no worries, got my idea out. She was like, oh, you're under 21. And I was like, oh yeah, whoops. She came back with everybody else's drinks, spilled the drinks on me, right?
Just to vex you.
Yeah, just to annoy me. Do you know what and then she got really upset, really, really worried. And I was like, I think in England it's like, oh, it's no big deal, you spill some drinks, but it's like...
Oh, she was like, I won't get paid.
Yeah.
Oh, that's bananas.
And then she was like, oh, no, I'm really sorry. So she cleaned it all up, right? Did her best, cleaned it all up. And then she brought me a drink of beer.
Oh, wow, just, you know.
Just because she
Yeah.
So her...
All in all, the system is,
yeah.
Don't pay your waitresses because then you'll get beers.
Yeah. So basically, if you want free stuff, punch somebody.
Basically. I mean, that works 90% of the time.
Don't do that.
Maybe 80. Maybe 50.
If you knock them out, you can steal their things, but...
Don't do that. We don't want you to knock people out and steal their things.
I'm not condoning stealing things and knocking people out. That's illegal.
Have you got any interesting topics that might have...
Have you not got any more?
No. I was going to do more, but I imagine we'd waffle
more.
a lot more. I can find some more.
Yeah,
We'll have a quick break.
Yeah, let me know.
Toilet and stuff.
Yeah, we'll have a quick break.
We break. We'll edit that in. Pause.
Like
Okay.
So, is that going?
Test. Yeah, I think we're back. Cool.
All right.
Welcome back. Get a break.
Oh wait a minute. I paused it again. So
That's fine. We're back.
Yeah, we're back. Okay.
You might not noticed. I'm back with numerous headlines. We're going to choose what to go into. First one. So the police called out to help untangle 7 baby squirrels after tails get knotted up. So quite a cute one, but also quite
funny. It's a little bit funny.
Golfer, miffed at being banned from a course, destroys the green with weed killer. That's from some Vex golfer.
Is there a picture of that?
There is.
Oh, I should have drawn a page.
There's also CCTV.
Why didn't you draw a dick then?
He should have done.
Should have drawn a dick.
Runaway iguana rescued from a pub after scaling roof for a sunbathing session.
So what?
A runaway iguana was rescued from a pub after scaling a roof for a sunbathing session.
Hey, that's a good one.
It's called Ronnie. I've got more.
You keep going, but I'm going to do a little section for us of funny tweets. No, not funny tweets.
Oh, you've got some as well?
Funny headline.
So, goldfish has £300 surgery to remove wisdom tooth from mouth.
I reckon we stop there and we just go through...
Oh, you want to actually go into them? So, do you want to go back to the 7 baby squirrels?
Well, listen. Let's.
We've got some more.
Read some of this.
You go.
Spaghetti Junction A5 blocked in Shropshire after lorry sheds 20 tons of pasta and bolognese sauce.
Spaghetti Junction is a place, and it's
I know
horrible.
It is,
but that's hilarious.
That's brilliant.
20 tons of pasta and bolognese.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Fury after Morrison's wouldn't sell couple meat pies
after 9 p.m.
before 9 a.m.
I just read that wrong.
Before 9 a.m. though. Who's
buying a meat pie at 8 o'clock in the morning?
Really wants a meat pie at night at like 8 o'clock in the morning?
Furiously.
Angry mum demands Xbox refund after hackers bought.
Look at the kid's face. That was him. That was him. That's just, he's done that. I've got one here.
Yeah.
Swarm of bees kills 60 penguins by stinging them in the eyes. That's not funny. Is that funny? A bricklayer solves the mystery of Castleford Croc running wild in a garden. Parrot can't stop telling owner to fuck off in a northern accent.
Fuck off. I want to get a parrot. I want to get a parrot.
I really wanted a lizard, but I've been told I can't ever have one.
Just read that in your head, and then tell me what you think about it.
Wait, I just have. So, Amir Khan, the boxer, 34, no longer cheats on his wife now that he's an old man. now, look at the comments. How noble what a gent. This man has clearly been cheating on his wife for 10 years.
So long, such a long time.
Oh, now I'm in my mid-30s, I won't do it anymore. Oh, what a noble gentleman.
Yeah, innit? This one's even funnier.
What?
Right, look at
I
the
can
picture.
See the, yeah, I can see the
Right.
rescuer learns the exotic bird they found was actually
Covered in
a seagull covered in colour. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Imagine doing research and been like, guys,
wow,
look at this amazing bird. Oh wait, it's just a seagull covered in curry.
So basically, in the break, we've discovered numerous news headlines.
I think they're all great.
They're all fantastic.
I think they're fucking
Is this a segment? Is this what we're going to do now?
We'll do a segment on funny news headlines.
Funny news. That is just clearly a seagull covered in curry, though. That's not funny.
You're a dafty.
That's clearly Scouse.
It was.
Church. Oh, I've seen this.
Church reverend pictured with crisps on his nipples during a 4-day cocaine and ketamine fueled bender.
The crisps were the body of Christ.
The cocaine was the cocaine, and the ketamine was the spirit.
Mm-hmm.
And
his blood was
probably congealed.
That is not a healthy man, though. No religious slander. That's not where we're going to head in that direction.
No.
But that looks rough. He looks like he's led.
Do you know what? Right. If he wants to do loads of cocaine and ketamine, all power to him.
Just don't do it in the church.
Just don't do it on church time.
Yeah, no. You don't get paid for that.
No.
Do priests get paid?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that a thing? I always thought it was like voluntary. Is that wrong?
Oh.
Is that wrong? Do priests get paid?
They get like houses.
Oh yeah, they get the little
They'll have, like, a little family
preachery.
house.
No, what is it?
A house.
You know, it's called something.
Oh, shit, they get loads.
Oh my god! They're making bank.
The
They're
average
making
salary,
so much money.
The average salary for members of the clergy, including priests, is $53,290.
The top 10% earn 85 grand a year. That's bananas. No wonder he's on such a bender.
I'll tell you what. Then let's become fucking priests.
Just waffle. This is what we're doing right now.
Yeah, this is priestly.
Read a book. Read your comic book. Same thing.
Yeah.
That's rough. Probably don't put that in.
No, probably not.
Shoot. Lots of editing going here.
Could you go through one of that first article that you read?
You want me to talk about the 7 squirrels that were tangled
No,
together?
that's boring.
How about the golfer miffed being banned so he destroys the green with weed killer? Pretty sure that sums it up.
Yeah, that's
the whole thing, isn't it? What about the iguana?
No.
See if I can find some more. Let's talk about our project that is in the works.
The 100 subscriber special
Yes.
thing.
Try not to spoil too much. However, we'd like to go into it. So, this man came to me.
I came
your
to you.
Lovely host.
Yeah.
The
The main one, the proper one.
guy whose thing this is. I'm
Yeah.
just another guy.
Yeah. Why are you even here?
Ah, well. I'm the box to the chat. I'm part of the Chatbox.
You are the nipples to the crisps.
The nipples to the crisps. Christ's body and soul. Yeah, he came
That's
to me
what
and
we call a callback. No, carry on.
oh no, dearie. He came to me and was like,
I'd like to do a special.
I have recently hit 100 subscribers. He already has. We're a while off. He might have even lost some by now. It's been a while.
Even if we're under, we've done it, and so I'm going to release it.
We've made the thing, and it's doing all right. Not to spoil too much, it's a cooking video.
It's a cooking
with
video.
Food.
Yeah. Should we talk about the premise, or should we?
You lead the way. You.
So the premise was, I wanted to do something that was a little bit unlike your average cooking video, and so the only thing I did to prepare was get ingredients.
Not enough, as you might find out later.
Let's not talk about that, because that's part of the video.
Yes, okay.
So I got some ingredients, and then that was it. And then I just watched videos, at the time.
Yeah, it was pretty cut and dry. It was the most, I'll be honest, probably the most highly production-wise in terms of...
Massive production in terms of any other video.
That you've made, yeah.
And
he's in it. The whole video is just him. He's in the centre.
Not just the beginning.
Not just the voice.
Not just the voice.
He's in it.
Yeah, I'm actually in it.
It's not Gordon Ramsay. It's not a chef video.
It's not. I'm not a chef. I'm not qualified, and I'm not the thing is, cooking is one of those things where I'm all right at it, but I can only do it for myself. You know what I mean? It'd take me if I was to do it in a proper kitchen, it'd take too long. People are big.
It did take too long. So you won't see it in the video. So if you are a prevalent watcher,
yeah,
you might watch this as well. The video took the entire day.
But then again, is that not what you would get for your average shoot?
But we also didn't really prepare for it that well. So at one point the audio stopped, and at one point all the batteries died.
Let's talk about audio a little bit.
Let's talk a bit about audio. Yeah.
Because I think we've made an executive decision to just go with the camera audio.
We're not finished with it yet.
We're not. So we're trying to figher out. This is the issue that we've got. We're trying to figure out what we want to do with it at this point. Because
I think I have a solution I'll talk to you about.
All right.
Another time.
Yeah.
Because I have watched it back. So that issue is no longer
an issue.
Right. And it's figured out. There's still a lot we want to do with it. We want to get it out though, so maybe it'll just get slapped on the bum, sent out the door. Because at this point, it's been a lot of work.
I think what I'm gonna do, for the video tearing thing, I might just put a little disclaimer at the front of the video just to say, if we can't fix it the way that you think we can fix it, that's what we'll do.
Okay.
Just for the sake of time.
Yeah, no, because there's already been a lot more time than we ever anticipated. It was meant to be a really quick turnaround. It turned into still not out yet. We filmed it in March.
Oh god, yeah, no, it's October.
Yeah, it's October. We filmed it in March.
Oh my god, yeah. God. Yeah, but how long does it take a film to be made? What, like 2 years?
It's a 15-minute YouTube video.
It's not. It's 20 minutes.
Oh god.
Yeah, but come on, like how long does it?
No, it's been a lot of work. The most part is it's been lots of fun.
It's been lots of fun, but then again, it's one of these things where I'm really bad at putting things down and then like forgetting to do it.
Yeah, we've tried to keep it up and running. There's been a lot going on. There's been I don't know if you heard about this, but there's been a virus.
Let's not talk about it.
No, maybe not.
I'll put it this way, right? It's not that I've put it down and forgot about it. It's that I'm very busy.
We're both incredibly busy individuals.
Very busy. You've moved house in that time.
Oh yeah, I've moved
You've completely moved out. You've moved to a different country.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about where you've moved, but it's
no, I won't get doxed. It's a big place, so you probably won't find
It's
me.
massive. I've started. I mean, I've been working and doing jobs, and
it's been busy.
It's been a very busy time, and so
it will be out soon, though. We'll not put a date. We'll not set as in.
No, because if we set a date,
what we can do is insert date here. That's when it's coming out.
That's when it's coming out.
When the release
it
date.
It might not. You might not see anything there. You might do.
It might get edited in.
You might see.
It might exist. It might not even be out by the time. It won't be out by the time this comes out.
No, probably not.
No, we might have decided on a date. But yeah, that's in the works. So that's exciting to talk about. It is the 100 subscriber special.
The proper one. This is not the 100 subscriber special. This is the 100 subscriber special podcast.
We wanted to do a podcast, and it was
a podcast.
It's fun. It's been a while since we did the last one. Do you know how long?
No. Years.
Neither do I.
Years.
I don't know either.
Literally years.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it though, because it's good. The thing is, it's good to sit down and have a chat.
Ideally, we'd be doing this a lot more.
And if you can just talk,
it's lovely.
And then record it at the same time.
We just chat shit all the time.
Lots of bombs in seats and fucking money in my pocket.
No, we do this anyway, so it's nice to stick a mic there. The other ones did all right as well.
Yeah, there was that one. There was that one that I thought was going to do really well. It didn't do well, but we're not going to that.
We're not going to that one because he might actually watch this, so we don't.
Who knows who it is?
Who knows who it is?
Nobody knows.
Definitely not Mitchell.
Because it could be anybody.
It could be anybody at that point, but it's not anybody. It's this guy. I'm gonna say his name now.
Beep.
Beep. No, we'll not do that because he's not a bad dude.
No. It's not.
So there's that. That's the promo out of the way.
Yeah.
It's exciting. I'm excited about it.
It was fun to make.
I want to do it again. If it doesn't have to do well. I've enjoyed making it.
It was fun to make. It's been fun to edit it at this point, and it's been fun just talking about it and working on projects. I like working on projects. Projects are good.
And it's been a good project.
Yeah, it's been a fun project.
Light-hearted project.
Yeah.
It's been good.
It was creative, and I tell you what, it was fucking tasty as well.
Oh, it's good.
It was so tasty.
It might not past that way in the video. I won't spoil what the food is, but it was really yummy. We ate all of it immediately.
It was gone. It was all
really
gone.
Good. It was.
It was good, wasn't it? It looked good, didn't it?
You didn't eat it.
I'm loving it. Today, Junior.
Today, Junior.
What am I doing?
We do have an in-house audience.
We do.
Can we get a background hello from the two of you? Is that...
No,
not
because
happening.
they were told to shut up.
They were
That's
told
why.
to shut up. Something interesting in my life
Go on.
happened yesterday.
Go on.
I had surgery. Minor
Did
surgery.
You? On your foot?
On my foot. And it,
Don't go into detail, because it is something that I actually hate.
so I'm not going to go into graphic detail,
No.
apart from I absolutely am in careers. What happened?
I'll just take these off so you can...
Basically, yeah, I just had a minor bit of surgery.
Did it hurt?
No, local anaesthetic, numbed the
Did
whole
it?
thing. Jess watched it all, Jess being my partner.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Sat in there, watched the whole thing like a morbid weirdo. They basically lifted my toenail up, cut all the bad bits off, pulled it all out.
That's it. That's all the detail you can go into. I'll actually thrown up.
They've already thrown it. I can see it. It's on the
On
floor.
the floor.
Live studio audience, everybody! Yay! Yeah, no, it was.
We're gonna
I've
have
still got a
music
big
later
ass.
on. We're gonna have some music from the live studio audience.
Oh, we're having a hardcore party after this.
Yeah, we're gonna have some music from a band.
They're right here. Speaking of bands, I'd like to give a little shout out to there's a gig going on tonight, which I wish I could have gone to. We have a friend. He's in a thing.
Yeah.
He's not paid us though. I'm not going to put his name in the.
no, but if you want to go, figure it out.
We have a friend in a band, and he's really cool.
Nah, it's good. It's good.
Really good. He's got a song on Spotify. The reason I was kind of tangent is because I found out about how Spotify kind of pays.
Yeah.
It's less than 1 pence a view.
Is it?
And then that's the case if you make a certain amount of. Spotify are really doing bad things.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't go into details because I don't know enough, and I don't want to, just straight lie on the podcast.
It's to be honest with you. Yeah.
Let's cut that bit. I don't know enough, so I'm not going to go into it.
It's like CPMs though and stuff, isn't it? It's like
it was the same issue YouTube's always had, where it's
also like what money can they afford to just give away?
I know you've got to justify it as well.
This is the thing that there's that thing with the what is it like? How much money do you need to make? How much money do you need to make a film? What's up?
Have you had two?
Yeah, I've got one here.
Look, well, I've just not had
You
two.
don't travel, don't you?
I did because I'm a good friend. I
Yeah,
thought we'd
you
have one
shared
each,
it.
honestly. But you don't like beer, so that was a
No,
worry.
yeah.
We got the beers,
Don't you worry, I'll take it.
Possibly, yeah.
but possibly anyway. Regardless, that's not really the point I'm here.
Anyway, so yeah, it's just like how much money can they afford to give away? But like films, for example, like films cost loads of money. So it's like what's your average film budget? Let's say like
That's a very varying thing.
like a big studio.
Give me a
like,
film and I'll find the budget for it.
Uh,
Avengers?
No, that's massive. I'm talking.
You said big.
All right,
But not the biggest, right?
I'm talking like a mid-level sort of movie, not like Titanic or
Squid Game.
Oh, yeah, but that's an episodic
No,
thing.
you're right, yeah.
So
Black Widow.
but it's still massive, isn't it?
It's just
Disney.
Marvel's big pocket, isn't it?
Yeah, it's still Disney, isn't it? Let's say we're going to make a film and someone gives us £6 million.
Okay,
is that a
well,
lot?
no.
That's not a lot.
No, that's not a lot.
How much is a lot?
A lot for a film is in the tens, if not hundreds of millions.
Let's say someone gives us £10 million to make a film, right? How much is spent of that money on paying people for catering, running around, driving people around, marketing,
Renting kit. That's one of the largest ones.
kit,
Renting,
what?
Sets.
building sets,
That's a big money.
employing engineers and
SFX is a big one as well.
special effects, so people to do that. So all those people,
All these different people.
So you're spending what over half your budget on that before you even
Hugely.
make a film.
Just an example.
Yeah.
So the Avengers, the first Avengers film.
Yeah.
£220 million as a budget.
Yep. That's a lot.
That seems like a lot. But in box office,
Yep.
give me an estimate of what you think it made.
So I reckon just over that. So like 50 million it made. Way more
In
than
box
that.
office, the Avengers made 1.5 billion.
Right. Okay.
So not just a little bit more,
A lot more.
exponentially more.
Yours,
So that had the
loads
payoff,
more.
but there's also massive films
Yeah.
that just go straight under the... Let's
Yeah.
take the new Aladdin.
Yeah.
Massive budget.
Right.
It had Will Smith as the genie. The SFX budget was huge. Let's see how that did in...
But it tanked, didn't it?
Of course it did.
That's
It's like
what's-
Cats.
That's what's funny.
Cats
about
was
it,
entirely
right?
CG, and it was the largest Hollywood bust of all time. I don't know
Was
if
it
that's true.
actually?
Don't judge me on that.
Oh,
So
okay.
the budget was 183 million, and it made a billion. Actually, it made quite a lot of money in box office. Aladdin.
Did it?
Cats.
Just
2019 Cats.
Yeah.
I'll go through the cast. You can tell me what the budget might be. Taylor Swift,
Jeez.
Judi Dench,
Yeah.
James Corden, Jennifer Hudson, Idris Elba, Jason Derulo,
Jason
Ian
Derulo.
McKellen. So already it's
Massive names.
huge names.
Massive.
The budget, as I will find out. So the budget was 80 to 100 million.
Right.
Oh God, I didn't realise how bad it had flopped.
How bad is it?
In box office,
Yeah.
it made 75 million.
Did it?
It
And
made less than the. It made less than the budget.
Yeah.
It flopped so hard they lost money.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Did you not?
That's probably just hiring all that.
All
How
those
much money did
people.
Cats the Musical lose? Roughly 38 million after 2 weeks in theatres
2 weeks is a long time in
It
theatres,
is.
isn't it?
across the world.
Across the world.
That film flopped so hard. I've not seen it.
Yeah, but it's just like.
I haven't seen it. It's weird CGI cat people.
Yeah, but it's just like, how can you not? Like, how can it not flop so hard?
The thing, I thought Aladdin or something would have flopped, but it just didn't. But
No.
this has made some serious shit. It is a terrible looking film,
Yeah.
just from the offset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, as well, it's just like you got all these names and all these people and stuff. Why not just make really good costumes? And like, why are you making?
They should have done it practically.
They should.
With a £100 million budget, they could have done it practically.
They could.
Potentially.
And the thing is, I think CGI. You can say, tell me if I'm wrong. Yeah.
I might not be able to.
What do you mean?
No, go on.
I think CGI should be. You should have most things practical, and
Yeah.
CGI should. Be,
I completely agree.
should be the thing that touches it up.
So, the early 2000s...
Because CGI is fucking hard to do.
It's really hard, and the point it gets is it's sometimes the payoff isn't worth it.
No.
So, the early 2000s was the renaissance of CGI. So
Like
they put it in
Matrix and things like that.
everything. Yeah, like the Matrix. They put it in everything, and it snowballed and snowballed to the point where, like Scorpion King, they just had it as everything, and they really just relied on it too much. What it should be is practical,
Yeah.
using CGI to enhance it, like the Mandalorian. What the Mandalorian did was beautiful, and it's really pushed us into a different age. For those who might not know, the Mandalorian used really prototype tech. I think you might have seen it.
Well, it wasn't green screen, was it?
No.
It was those crazy screens, and then they had actual like images on there and really that stuff. That's great, right? But a lot of that was practical, and that's what makes like these old films. If we look back at old films, yeah, ultimately something like Star Trek, where the set physically wobbles and moves when you touch it.
Yeah, there's a level to it. It's like early Doctor Who, where everything's covered in tinfoil. Oh, I've got a colander on
Yeah.
my head. I'm an alien.
but now we have modern engineering, so we have these amazing engineers, these amazing creatives that can do really incredible things with modern tech, and we have modern CGI. It's a recipe for great,
Exactly.
great special effects.
But a lot of people have missed the mark. But I feel like we're finally getting there. Like I said, with the Mandalorian, it seems like we're making really large
But
waves.
What I will say is
Yes.
that there is always room for amazing special effects, because that opens up the realm of film to have these huge things that could only ever have been in your imagination or in the
Exactly.
pages of a book.
It all relies on the relationship between the writing, the CGI.
What are you laughing at?
What's going on?
Is it because I've had a drink and now I'm talking about shit?
No.
What are you laughing at?
What's going on?
I'm trying to be really quiet, opening the bottle and it's just going.
I can't hear it. What, that bottle? Can I know what you were saying?
So the Mandalorian is for my eyes, I see it going in the right direction that we should be going in.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful amalgamation of the correct writing with the correct level of CGI compared to practical. John Favreau has smashed it with the Mandalorian.
What do you think though? I think we've got to this era of film and TV where original ideas are so difficult to come across and so difficult to
Just burped, sorry.
Sorry, no, is it smell?
No, I just did it over there.
Yeah. When I'm on the mic,
On the mic. Reload. Start again.
when I call people on Discord, I like to burp into the mic.
That's rank.
It's funny though.
That's gross. That's
Alice blows it at me. What was I gonna
We've lost
say?
his momentum again.
I know, yeah.
It's the Estrella effect.
What's that? Estrella. Oh, I see. Imagine if we'd had I don't know.
Not branded.
Not sponsored even.
No.
You've had more drinks though.
I've had quite a lot.
You're half cooked, you.
No, I'm not. I'm alright.
You're like a crispy chicken.
Oh, I love a crispy chicken.
Well, I'm dieting at the moment, so I'm not in any sugar and I'm staying under 2,000 calories a day. But I tell you what, at the end of the month, I'm gonna have the fattest homemade meal. What's happened here? Oh, there we go.
We just weren't speaking into the mic that much. We're just all the way over there. We're going to have to trim this fat a little bit.
I like it. That's what podcast is all about, though. Podcast is about
Waffling into a
having
microphone.
waffle and fat and shit.
Yeah, it just depends on what you want to keep in.
Yeah.
Has anything else happened interesting?
Not really.
What are we on? An hour now.
An hour. That's probably about your average podcast length.
Give it a few more minutes. We'll give it one more subject matter, and then we'll give it a piece. If you want to find something interesting.
What? That's what I was saying.
Okay, go again. Start from now.
So yeah, all these original ideas and stuff. It's so difficult to come across, and it just feels like we're just constantly building on IPs that have already been.
This is starting to annoy me now. The fact that there's 9 Fast and Furious movies and then
What
Hobbs and
is-
Shaw. It's like, okay, I get it. It makes you money.
Yeah.
And there's people going to see them. But please just cast Vin Diesel as something else.
The thing is, though, someone's going to say that about the Avengers films or like these other films.
The thing is, the Avengers films have got a catalogue of history.
Yeah.
The Fast and Furious franchise, they make up on the spot. I think they make up on the day at this point. No, the thing is, the beauty of the Marvel films and the uprise of the Marvel films is there's this long belated franchise that a lot of people have been truly invested in for a very long time, and I'm talking decades.
Probably, yeah, well, it's been years, isn't it?
It's been decades. The first comic books came out in the 40s. Obviously DC, but you know it's got
those
this
shitheads.
this shitheads. It's got this huge ass fan base which has been waiting and waiting for the right film.
Films and stuff.
I remember the first comic book films were like Daredevil and The Incredible Hulk in the 2000s. And Blade, and we're like, wow!
No, cool.
Look at our comic book fan. You know, it's all the X-Men films. Wow,
they were so good.
They were really
everyone
good.
shits on them, but I think they're good.
I know. I really liked X-Men Origins Wolverine. I really enjoyed it.
That's like one of the good.
The Deadpool
ones,
part, maybe get rid of it.
Yeah, that
But
fucks it up, doesn't it?
it's great.
It's funny though in the Deadpool film where he goes and shoots from their head.
That's great, isn't it? Yeah.
And that's what's good about films. Is it's like films and video games. They allow us to escape.
It's all escapism.
Yeah, that's
Purely. And the beauty of
well,
the uprise of Marvel films, what I personally, as an avid comic book fan,
yeah.
if you know me, you know I'm a big old fan of the comic
I
books.
do know you, and I do know that.
You do know me, and I know that.
You know that, and I know that. So
Basically, it's been a long time coming, and this franchise, which is filled with the most amazing, interesting topics, is now getting the limelight. But at the same time, we're on the 20th Bond film.
Yeah, but then Bond's the same thing, though, isn't it? So there's lots of Bond
guess.
stories as well. I ain't seen this one, but apparently it's quite good. People have been saying it's quite
I've heard it's really good, actually. Yeah, maybe it's worth a watch.
good. Shit on your bonfire.
No, maybe you did, but maybe I did as well.
Imagine
'cause
shitting on a bonfire.
I've enjoyed
Pissing on a bonfire,
Daniel Craig's.
that wouldn't do. Oh.
Not much. Depends how many
Yeah.
people pissed on it.
Yeah.
Give me 20 people in a bonfire. I bet I could put it out.
20, yeah, but 20 people is like a big bonfire.
How
then.
big we talking?
Oh, like big.
For scale, just big.
Big. As big as a house.
That's a huge. That's not just
It's a house fire.
That's not just a big bonfire.
How many people do you think
A
you'd
two-story bonfire the size of a house.
How many people do you think you'd need to put out a bonfire?
Size of a house?
A big house fire.
Oh, a solid 100 people.
A lot of people.
So you're using people to put out a house fire. We're talking a roaring blaze.
Yeah,
a two-story house, fully on fire.
Fully
100 people.
Away on fire.
100 people pissing on a bonfire.
How did the fire start? That's the question. The fire
Electric fire.
Yeah.
I think it was an electric fire.
Yeah. Someone went on holiday, left
their ironing board on.
The
board, not the iron.
Just the board.
Yeah, they've got an electric
board.
God, this is just scaled so bad. Now we're talking about pissing on a house fire.
Just piss on somebody's house.
100 people, easy. Maybe more.
People.
100 people, minimum.
That, if anybody's a scientist...
No women, because that'd just be really difficult.
Let's be inclusive.
How are you getting a helicopter? Yeah. You get a helicopter.
Several helicopters.
Several helicopters for many women.
7 helicopters.
Many women, all filled to bursting.
Yeah, but
that's horrific.
But it might be a good tactic.
Human water stops flames. That's the next Sunhand line.
Army of people stops house fire.
With piss.
with piss.
And on that bombshell, that's another hatch. I fucked it again.
Fuck you.
That is another
Chatbox podcast.
That's another one. Ticked off.
How many people do you need?
The end of this, I want you to take home as the message is.
You need loads.
Loads of people to piss on your house.
You need loads
fire.
of people in at least seven helicopters
with many women.
With many women.
I've been Liam.
I've been Sam.
It's been great.
I have been. I'm changing my name. I'm changing my identity. I'm changing it completely.
And Robbo lives at 53. No, it's been great. Thanks for your time again. I'll be back hopefully, either with an edit or with another podcast. But for now, that's been it.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
And bye-bye.
Oh no, it's still going.